Hi, and welcome to another DEX, a Design Weekly exercise by the Graphic Design School. My name is Monique, and today we're going to be learning how to style, shoot, and edit an image for your social media. So whether you're a designer wanting to shoot a product shot or something for your portfolio, or maybe you're an interior designer wanting to shoot a styled vignette for your feed, we need to make sure that the shot is part of an overall design system, making sure that your aesthetic runs throughout your whole channel. So today we're going to be editing a vignette with a light pastel colour palette, and in our next video we'll be focusing on a dark colour palette. So firstly, what I like to do is find accounts or images that inspire the shoot. So this belongs to Cynthia Lyons. You can see that she carries the pink theme throughout many of her photos. She doesn't necessarily take the same styled shots, they're all at different angles. Nora Chan's great, hers is a bit more white, minimal. Melanie from the Overglow edit is great for beauty styled shots. And then I also drew some inspiration from Suzanne from My Fabulous Design. Her images are much more drawn out and desaturated. So I'll show you the finished image next to some of these accounts to make sure that they fit into a similar aesthetic. So because a phone camera is so accessible to everyone, we're going to learn some quick tips and tricks on how to shoot on your phone. So firstly, we want to make sure the grid is switched on. So hit settings, scroll down to camera, and make sure that the grid toggle is green. So I leave this feature on all the time. It's just great to help you make sure that everything in the picture is straight when you're shooting and that all the elements are in the right space. So the next really good feature is exposure. So tap the screen and a little sun will appear. So then keep your finger down on the screen and swipe up for brighter and down for darker. So this is great if you want to change your setting, maybe your setting's a bit too dark and you want to brighten it a little. You can up the exposure by scrolling up for lighter and down for darker. So the next feature is the HDR button. So it's in the top left-hand corner of your screen. I always have this feature on. It stands for High Dynamic Range, which is a camera technique that takes 3 shots within milliseconds of each other and basically stitches the 3 shots together, taking the properly exposed parts of each image to make the perfect photo. So it helps to balance out shadows and highlights all within the one image. So if you don't use it, you can really lose that detail that this feature is going to be able to give you. So the next feature is AEAF lock. So hit the screen and hold it in for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and you can see that that's just appeared. So it's a feature that's going to be able to help you focus in on one part of the image, but you may want to change the angle, you may want to change the exposure, but that's going to keep the focus on that one particular part of the image that you want. So next we're going to bring it back to the phone. So here are the finished shots. You can really see the difference in time of day when shooting. So the top ones are a bit more bright and vibrant, and I shot those earlier in the day at about 12, and then I shot the others just even a few hours after. So you want to make sure that you get the time of day and the lighting right. So after that, I go through, I favorite all of my shots, and then I take it to my app to edit. So I'm going to be going for a really bright and vibrant edit today. I'm not going to go through, but make sure you check out the app. I'm using Snapseed, so there's lots of cool tools in there to edit your photo the way that you wish. So the backgrounds for the shot I just picked up from my local hardware store. They're super, super cheap, and I just use props from around my house. So don't spend too much money styling the shot. You can pick everything up super, super cheap. So here we are with the final image. So I think that it would fit really nicely within this feed and create a really, really nice overall design system. I've drawn in the pink tones a little from here. I could have probably played with the angles just depending, but I think it would fit overall really nicely in here. So we want to see your Instagrams, your images, everything. So make sure you upload them to DEX or hashtag TGDS community. We can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thanks.